Tony D and Little Joan, and this is a screenwriter's rant on Peter Pan and Wendy from Disney. Yeah, they're doing this again. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. A link in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys. Books 1 through 10 available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. It's woke. Okay, I'll just tell you right up front, it's woke. Because the first line they show you in the movie, basically, is Wendy going, "Oh, you're the Lost Boys? Well, wait a minute, you're not the Lost Boys. You're not all boys. So what?" Okay, I'm out. Of course, it's a diverse cast, diverse Tinkerbell. I think it's a diverse Peter Pan, although it's kind of hard to tell. I don't know. It is so sick of this. So sick of this wokeifying BS. Is anybody interested in Peter Pan? I mean, they had a classic cartoon years ago. They've done movies. How many times are you going to do this, Disney? Really? You're going to wokeify something else? People are just sick. Yeah, I think he looks Indian. Or South Asian, or however you'd say. Not really interested in this at all, but they're going to do Peter Pan movie. This time, is that, what's his face? Sam Neill? Is he in the crew? Kind of looks like Sam Neill. But Jude Law is Captain Hook. So if you're into that, I mean, do I need to break down the story? It's Peter Pan. So if you don't know what Peter Pan is, there's Jude Law. Looking old. So Disney's going to ruin another classic, apparently. I don't know how the ship is flying. April 28th. April 28th, everybody. I mean, look, Disney, you can't have it both ways. You can't say, "Oh, we are the classic people. We're the people who makes classic movies with old-timey things and classics like Peter Pan. Oh, and by the way, we're pushing woke intersectionalism on your children." Can't have both ways. You can't be both. The effects look cool. I'll say that. I'll say something positive about it. There's Tinkerbell. Your woke Tinkerbell. So, okay. And, of course, it's called Peter Pan and Wendy. Because, we got to give Wendy equal billing. We can't just make it about a male. It just looks insufferably woke to me. I mean, would I watch it anyway? No. I mean, it's a kid's movie. I'm not a kid. But, I remember the story. How many times are you going to do this? We have to teach the kids everybody's equal. We have to. All this stuff is going away. It's millions of dollars spent to, again, subvert. That's all it is. And in the end, what are you going to do? You're going to show this. You're going to show this on your streaming platform, I guess. Eventually it'll hit there. Yeah, get a few hits. And at some point you're going to put the original back on. It's the 50th anniversary of Peter Pan. And it'll explode like, wait a minute. Assuming you can't go back. Eventually they'll just go back and edit the original, right? I mean, the technology is pretty much there. They just haven't figured out how to do it yet. Haven't figured out all the ins and outs and how to deal with the backlash. They're starting to, though, right? They've edited Roald Dahl, and they're editing James Bond as we speak. This is, in its own way, it's a censorship of the material. So, no interest, zero, in Disney. Is it good? Is it bad? Does it matter? It's woke. Who cares? Why would you see this? Why would you subject your children to this? Because you have something to prove how wonderful you are. Oh, it's about you. I know. I know there's some woke parents out there. I'm going to make my kids see this. I mean, I'm going to take them to see this. This is good. I'm a good person. I'm going to make my kids good by forcing them to see this. See, kids, you can be a fairy of color. Nonsense. Utter nonsense. So how much longer do we have to endure this? I don't know. How much more money does Disney have? Maybe they'll create, like in Japan, where comic books rule, the comic book companies there make most of their money, or at least half of it, from hardcore pornographic comics. And then they use that to subsidize their other comics, which sometimes do good and bad, but it's a little harder to make sort of regular, straight up, read my story kind of comic as opposed to porn. Porn sort of has a built-in audience. But anyhow, so they use the porn to subsidize the other stuff they want to do. So is Disney going to create a system by which they somehow subsidize their wokeness, right? They'll still do other stuff that's watchable and then use the profits from that. So in other words, they'll keep doing Marvel. Or maybe they think this is going to be the case. As long as we keep doing Marvel superheroes, that'll subsidize all this woke nonsense that probably won't make them a lot of money. I mean, even just doing this at all, even if they did it right, quote unquote. The last time they did this, it was Robin Williams as Peter Pan and Dustin Hoffman as Captain Hook in a live-action Peter Pan. And even that was unnecessary, but their star power brought people in to a certain extent. So what are you even offering us? Oh, it's going to be woke. It's not an offer, right? That's a downgrade if it's anything. Very, very few people left going, ooh, I'll see it because these bigots won't. I mean, that's the same gamble you're taking with The Little Mermaid, and that doesn't look like it's going to pay off. I mean, granted, no one ever lost money betting that people weren't stupid, but there are limits. The woke just don't number enough people. You can't keep astroturfing this stuff, Disney. You have to pull back from it and just say, you know what? If we're going to do a classic piece of literature, we'll do it how it was written. And damn the consequences. If anybody says anything, well, that's the way it was written. If you're going to do this, though, I say, no. And people are just going to get fed up. I mean, it says it's Disney Plus, so maybe it's only coming out on Disney Plus. So the people you're just indoctrinating on that, I don't know how much longer people are going to put up with Disney Plus. I mean, at some point, you got to run out of roadway. Definitely with the MCU. I mean, I think a lot of it was the MCU characters brought people in to Disney Plus. I mean, definitely something like the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special was kind of cool to only put on Disney Plus. I ended up seeing it, by the way, because my friend had it, but that's kind of that was a cool thing. But that was directed by James Gunn. He's moving on. After Guardians 3, Disney is done with him. Then what are you going to do? What do you have left? What do you have left? This? There's nothing in here. Jude Law? You're going to hang the movie on Jude Law. Okay. Oh, yeah, I'm really dying to see Jude Law's version of Captain Hook. So I don't think you have much of an adult appeal here. Kids, do they even know what these characters are? These characters are 100 years old. 100 years old. More, maybe. I don't know. When was Peter Pan created? A long time ago. Yeah, and you're going to woke it up. Oh, that's going to bring in the kids. Oh, we have to say it, kids. I really don't see teenagers getting into this. They're not in the movies. They're not in the movies. You've turned everything into a woke lecture about everything. Stop, or become irrelevant. Better yet, just become irrelevant. I'm sick of talking about your damn movies. And that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more base takes. You can find a more base take. Take it. I'll be at the Millburn, New Jersey Book House. The Book House. Doing my signing on Thursday. Hope to see you there, and we'll see you in the next one.